of us individually and then bless us as a group collectively. We ask that you bless those who are out in the audience who's here to hear our meeting. Father God, we ask that we make decisions that are pleasing in thy sight. These and many other blessings we ask in thy Son, Jesus Christ's name. Amen.
Amen. I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Watch that. Good afternoon. We'd like to welcome each of you to our monthly board meeting. At this time, I would ask the sitting supervisors and the county administrator to look over the agenda and see if there's any additions we need or any subtractions. I would like to, under county administrator, I would like to add a B and C. B will be Butler Snow and Government Consulting, Trey Harrison and Jamie Holloway. And C will be Upchurch Plumbing, Earl Bird. Will there be any more addition or subtractions? If not, are we in?
Let me ask you a question. I don't see the bike ordinance.
Okay. Well,
is it on here?
It's not on here, but we can add it.
Are you ready, Mr. Attorney?
Yeah.
Well, let's add that. I'd like to add that wherever you want to.
All right, bike ordinance. Let's add it at 4:33, right after the county administrator. If there will be no other.
One more.
Oh, I'm sorry. Go ahead.
Debris removal. We have people in the county that are contracting with private companies, and they're putting it on the street. They're not paying to haul it out, and we can't do that. If you're gonna do that, you're gonna have to do it for everybody. So let's talk about cutting trees. Right. With private contractors.
I agree. All right, let's add that. Let's put that at 4:30. Let's put that at 4:37. Debris removal.
Ride the bike with
All right. If there will be no other, I entertain a motion to go along with this agenda.
I'll make it. Second.
There's been a motion by Supervisor Abraham and second by Supervisor Moore that we approve the agenda with the changes. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion is carried. We're now at 4:05. Well, this was on. Is this a misprint? It was on the agenda last week.
No, he wasn't here last week. Remember, we called him to come back this week. Which one?
Yes.
He wasn't here. He wasn't informed to be here.
Okay.
So you all tabled it. So it came back.
What is?
I don't know.
Was he informed this time?
Yes.
Who added to the agenda? Who wanted to discuss?
I was told
who added
to put him on there.
Originally, I probably added to the agenda because we got a function going on in one of our parks for profit, and we don't know what kind of security or anything like that. We're not named insurers that I'm aware of. The same as if you go out to the Civic Center. I mean, you got to have some kind of security and stuff, especially in that type of situation.
Okay.
But yeah, originally I might have put it on there, but me and Mr. Collins did talk about it.
Okay, so we don't have to discuss this. He has insurance.
We got to do something.
Okay, we got insurance. County administrator said he has insurance.
What we probably need to do, we probably need to discuss it in the near future about if anybody's gonna have some that function that's gonna make money that we need to charge.
On all parks. So.
I'm working on something to present to the board with a price tag attached to it for profit functions.
All right.
Who said we had additional insurance? We were cutting names as additional insurance. Who said that?
Who said no? They said he has it.
But who? You seen it?
I said yes, sir. I've seen it.
You seen the file?
Yes, sir. I'll get a copy of it for you. Well, for all the supervisors.
Is there a
I mean,
contract?
this is no,
No, sir.
We didn't request a contract. Not that I know of, we requested a contract for Little Round. Little Round's been used several times. And we did,
But
not
not
like this.
Oh, yeah.
well, they have. They've
For a
had.
concert?
Well, who said a concert? His thing don't say concert.
It did on the advertising,
What advertising?
on the radio, and
Oh,
whatever.
well. It was Trail Ride. That's what initially brought to me as Trail
Yeah,
Ride.
but
So-
that ain't what's gonna happen is what I'm
well,
saying.
we don't know what's going to happen. And being that we've already approved this, I mean,
Wait just a second. Well, I think I voted no anyway.
well,
You did.
We'll go forward. Going forward, we'll take care of it. Right now, we don't very bad policy.
No, I don't think. Didn't Mr. Sanders say unanimous decision?
I thought they should.
Order that we saw in the last meeting was a unanimous decision.
Yeah, it was unanimous.
What were you doing?
The decision to allow Mr. Kemp Street to use the park.
Just 5-0.
You saying I voted for it?
Yes, sir, you did.
you did
Then
good.
it wasn't nothing to do with riding then. At that time, you need to get them board minutes.
Well,
They didn't say what it was for.
we'll discuss. We'll get that at that time.
Yeah, put that on there for discussion, because I'm not for
All
it.
right, so bring it. We'll have board minutes next meeting.
In
No action.
minutes, it doesn't say what you requested to use it for. We pulled the minutes. It doesn't
See,
say.
that's what I'm saying.
But we don't, I don't know what he said. It's just not in the minutes. What it used for. It just said request to use the park. That's it. No details.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes, sir.
just put that on there and deal with it with you say.
That's fine. That's fine. That's fine. So no action was taken on 405.
Unless
We'll we'll look at it. All right, we're now at 410. Mr. David Myers, GovE.
Good afternoon. I'm David Myers with GovEs, or I'm here to represent GovEs. I had the pleasure of visiting with you all last week. Just a high-level review of who we are. We're based in Madison County, here just 2 hours from here. We handle delinquent tax auctions online. We're 76 of the 82 counties here in Mississippi. We work in nearly 400 counties in 15 states nationally. I think I submitted a kind of a graphic for you guys to see, or there were 3 points of kind of conversation that came up last week, and just I think what we offer is going to be a very efficient process to your current delinquent tax auction. The idea would be to move it online, just like we do with all the other counties. Your overbid rate, that is the money that is paid over and above the opening bid amount, is just under 5%. Your neighboring counties are on average, and that's the average of Bolivar, Sunflower, Oklahoma, and Washington, they're 10.2%. That is money that is going to be eventually going to the general fund. And so I think it's important to see that you could argue that is money that is being left on the table. Out-of-county bidders, right now, that was another point of conversation that came up. We were able to pull all the data for all of your sales for the last 5 years. 73% of Leflore County liens are sold to out-of-county bidders. Now, that could be Mississippi bidders. That could be, we have lots of them.
But they was out of
73% of your liens are sold out of county. And then the last point there was some confusion on is our fee. So our fee is $20 per lien sold. And I want to make sure that that's understood. It's only on sold parcels, nothing that is struck to the state. I also want to be clear that the bidder does not pay that. That is paid by the delinquent. That is a fee that is paid by the delinquent taxpayer that is collected by the chancery clerk. So it was brought up that, hey, a lien could be a certain price for a certain thing. That's great. Well, it would not affect bidders in the least. That fee does not affect that bidder. And so that fee is carried and it's paid at the time of redemption in the chancery clerk's office. We are already integrated and working with the data systems and Delta systems. There's already a fee, just like you have for printing and mailing, and that fee would be ultimately go back to the county's general fund. And with that, I would love to try to entertain or answer any questions
I have one question.
Yes, sir.
Is there an initial fee charged for going with your company?
No, sir.
No initial fee.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Okay.
And then lastly, I forgot to say one other thing. Our contract is basically one auction only. It renews automatically unless it is canceled. It can be canceled at any time. That's one auction. And say, give it a chance. But there has not been one single county, not in Mississippi, that has ever said, you know what, we're going back to in-person. And it's gone from in-person to online to back in person. Not one. So if you don't like it, then I will say thank you for the opportunity and we would turn it off.
Thank you, sir. Will there be any questions?
Yeah, this is the first time I've seen this contract.
Yes, sir.
Has attorney seen the contract?
I got it. Yes.
How-
I got
you
it
read
about
through
3:30. I'm reading through it.
You read through it now?
Yes.
Okay, this is not something that's time sensitive.
Sir, no, sir. No, sir.
Yeah, I make a motion, unless you got it, I make a motion, we table it till at least the next board meeting. Because I've got, if y'all want to vote on it, but I can't vote on something I don't know what I'm voting on. Because it's got an automatic renewal on it, Dave.
1 year, but you can cancel it at any time. You can just 1 year. It's automatic. Basically, any contract you do is going to be automatic renewal.
Or maybe it could be contingent on approval as long as it's approved.
There's several things I'd like I told you earlier about a bond.
Yes, sir.
You said, well, you got all that covered. I'd like to make sure it's covered
So, yes, sir.
in deed.
We carry about $16 million in insurance, and that is broken down by commercial, cyber, professional liability, and surety bond that covers crime, employee theft, and then Ezra fidelity. The county would be written as, just like all of our Mississippi counties would be written as additionally insured on our policy.
What about theft?
That's, again, we have, I'd like to think that we're covered, but if that is a point of contention,
Oh, that might
well,
definitely
it should be. It should be. You guys can keep we're not forcing anyone to make payments through us. We're offering that as hey, we are happy to do it. But if they said, hey, we want to keep all payments in-house, all the payments still come to Ms. Pam's office, so be it. We don't have to collect them. We don't have to do any of that. And then all we're doing is conducting the auction only. But I can tell you, it behooves for me for the county to take the payments. Handling all the bidders, the bidder registration, all the monies, all the wiring fees, ACH fees, all of that it doesn't change the cost of us. So if you said, hey, we want to keep the payments in-house, it behooves us for us to do it just for the man hours that it takes to handle and process payments to sell 1,800 liens. But if you said, hey, we want you guys to do it, it doesn't change our fee. That's just an add-on that we offer as a value add to our customers. I think it's cleaner in reconciliation because we don't make interest on that money. As soon as the funds clear, then we transmit that fund straight to the county's bank account, along with a clear and concise reconciliation of the auction. But if you want to keep the funds in-house and at those, then that is perfectly fine too.
Yeah, like I said, I'd like to look at this myself.
Let me ask you a question. You done, Mr. Brown?
I'm through.
Let me ask you a question, Attorney Foley.
Yes.
In your looking at this contract, has you seen any red flags or anything that may have brought up any question?
I have not. The only question that I had was your question. What was it? Or was there any initial upfront cost to the county? And it's been stated that it is not. Everything else in the contract seems to be your general warranties, breach termination. It's your general contract that we always see.
This is the same. Nothing has changed on our contract between all 76 counties, except for, I mentioned to the attorney earlier, we have a 90-day clause that we prefer. If that wants to be changed to a 60 or 30-day, that's easy. Scratch through it and mark it through. And say, hey, we want to give you a 30-day termination notice.
And the reason I asked that question is because we had Gov Eve here on last week, and we tabled until someone looked over some stuff. And now we're back tabling them again. And I think this is the recommendation of the tax collector. So either we probably go with them or not go with them, or we're just going to keep tabling them.
No, I think to make it a fair statement, Mr. Mitchell, your attorney just got this contract 30 minutes ago. So that having given the attorney, I don't think this is no house on fire situation. That could come back next Monday, but I'm going to lean on my attorney. He just got this 30 minutes ago. That's not fair to him to be thumbing over something right now that he can sit down and look at. Now, if it was something that need to be put in for it like tomorrow, then I could understand. So,
if the
I just got it.
I got you, but the attorney. That's why I turned again and asked the attorney. Is there anything you looked at that's if he said the attorney suggests that we tabled it and go ahead on? That's what I would do. But
That's first.
I asked him, did he see anything in it that throws a red flag? He said no. It's just a general contract.
I don't see anything that would throw anything off. I mean, that I would say is a red flag.
Okay.
But are you comfortable with this contract? Looking at it right now, that's my question to you. Are you comfortable with this right now?
Yes.
Well, sure.
Yeah.
You had a motion out there as well.
Well, I'm gonna let y'all decide what y'all want to do.
Okay.
I know what I want to do.
You comfortable?
And David, my vote has nothing to do with you. I just need to be
Now,
Yes, sir.
me.
I understand.
Ms. Keys, are you okay with?
Well, I mean, I'm okay with it, but still, at the same, I want y'all to look at the contract to make sure that it's, it's good enough for the county. But, yeah.
Ma'am?
All right. Let me ask you this: will David have to come back if we table this next time? Will this gentleman have to come back? Keep coming back before?
I can call him.
I don't mind ever coming back. I can also say this. I mean, you don't know me and you don't know our company.
I know.
But if I have to tell you to read your contract, and then first, that's not a conversation we're ever going to have. And then if I have to have a contract to keep you as a customer, then I have a bigger problem. A much bigger problem. If I have to have a piece of paper that says, no, you're bound to me, then we have a bigger problem. So just so you know, that's kind of how we operate.
I have your number.
Yes, sir.
I can speak with each supervisor regarding returns. If there's any issue, I can reach out to you before our next meeting.
That is perfectly fine. And then, like I said, if you have it where, hey, it's approval is contingent on your signing off on it, that is, however, I've seen it done many, many different ways.
I entertain a motion.
I'll make a motion to table
Until when?
next meeting.
Second.
Is that okay? I mean, that a good time for you? You don't have to come back.
Oh, no, I'll come back.
I just want to look at this. I want to make sure what I'm voting on.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Abraham to table and second by Supervisor Brown. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed, aye. Motion carried to table. Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Thank you for your time.
Yes, sir. Note me as being made. All right, we're now at 4:15. Ms. Pamela Keys, Leflore County Tax Collector.
How y'all doing? The first one, my ass is thrown right now. I'm sorry. So the first one is to accept the resignation for Carmen Turner. She resigned.
Second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Brown and second by Supervisor Moore. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. B.
Okay, to approve to hire Teresa Taylor, effective May 1st.
Motion. I second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Moore and second by Supervisor Brown. Any questions? All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
All right, thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Keys.
Budget, right?
Yes, I got one lady leaving.
Okay.
She already left April the 9th.
Okay.
Anything.
All right, we're now at 4:20. Mr. Johnny L. Gary, Leflore County Circuit Court.
Good afternoon, board.
How you doing?
How you doing?
I'm doing fine.
All right, Mr.
That's good. Look, it's time for discussion.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
Present today.
I did. I did along with the board.
They didn't say who. They just
Yeah,
said
it's
she
both.
told me to be here.
But my question is, I think there's been a little confusion on pay
Okay.
on this last election.
Yes, sir.
You got paid $7,500, and I think it was $4,500 to deliver the machines, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Then on the Republican side, you got 7,500 and 45, and I don't think that was supposed to be. I think you was only going to charge it one time, right?
No, sir. That was just like it was on February 9th when I came before the board. I had 3 requests. It was I asked for Sarah Jackson to be the assistant receiving clerk for circuit clerk's office. B, I asked for approval for permission from the board to allow me to use the machines for the city election, for the special election, late pass of Miss Dalton Nichols for Ward 6 on February the 17th. And on C, there was approval of election services agreement for Republican primary and Democratic primary to be held on March 10th, 2026. And I also submitted the supporting documentation for each contract.
If I'm not mistaken, I think you handed that out when you came in here.
I did, yes, sir.
Yeah, so we didn't have that information prior to our board meeting. But I'm talking you personally now.
Yes,
okay?
sir.
You're charging, how much did it cost to program the Republican and Democratic agenda?
Well, all of them are respectable. So the way we do it, we have to have, I have a total of 6 persons that I pay during the election process. I have an IT person, I have a person to do the technical assistance, and also the election, the programming, also the delivery part is separate, the 45.
That 4,500, I don't have a problem with that.
Okay.
One time. I have a problem with you taking the Republican and the Democrat.
Well, it's respectable. and that only happens when it's a federal election. There's not all the time, because not long ago, I came before the board, and the board agreed for the 12,000, and there was a special election to fill Senator Jordan seat. And so that was that amount of money. So it was no increase based on the amount that we charged. It was all because it was the Republican primary as well as the Democratic primary.
But still, Mr. Gary, you go on the person that took the machine, he took the Republican and the Democratic machine.
That's correct. Yes, sir.
But we got charged for both of them.
500 per precinct.
Yeah, I mean, this
18
is county money. This ain't our money. So I'm supposed to protect the county citizens.
Yes, sir.
I feel that you have abused that, in my personal opinion. Now, if you say no, I didn't, I'd like to know, and I'd like to see an invoice of what you paid to program for the Republican and Democratic primary.
Okay. So,
And then from now on, now the rest of the board can do what they want to. I will never take a sheet
right.
the day that
Until
you
no.
want to vote and tell me, okay, this is it.
Until another 4 years.
Another 4 years.
4 years, yes, sir. Because it's coming back again.
You got election coming up in November.
It won't be the primary and the Democratic.
You got several special elections.
No, sir. It's going to be a general election.
I understand, but we got some other elections coming too.
Well, we got to ready for it. Now, there's a clause in there that says the board can accept it or reject it.
But if you feel like you have not been overpaid.
No, sir, because the elections are expensive. As a matter of fact,
me and you differ on
if the county was a municipality, I'm sure I go. On the Republican side, we printed over 1,800 pages, which is $1 per page. the Democratic side, we printed the same number of pages. That was $3,600. If we had to provide technical assistance for that half a day, that would have been upward of about $1,500–1,600. There would be an additional $5,000 that the county would not charge. And the reason why we can't charge it is because the county provides us paper, it provides us printer, we got ink, we have a BOD printer over there. So it's some benefits that the county would have as a result of us being in place. And we understand that. Another thing too, I did not bill the county for assistant election commissioners on that day. I didn't double dip. Statutorily, I could have billed the county for it. I did not. So elections are expensive, and I think we all know that because majority of us here are elected officials. You know how expensive it can be. And we're not talking about running, we're talking about making sure it goes through. And also, I show the responsibility if something should happen, then liability for the attorney fees. If you have rejection to pay me now, I believe you'll have a problem with trying to have somebody to represent me. I really think you would.
To represent you?
Yes, sir. If something should happen with the election. If you have reservation about paying me, I think you will have reservation about having somebody to represent me. Would you let somebody pay me?
Pay you for what?
If I had to go to court.
On what?
Anything to deal with election. Would you do it?
I don't know. It'll come up at some point. But I tell you what.
So I guarantee
you ain't talking to somebody. You're not talking to somebody who don't know how it works.
No.
I'm just telling you the taxpayers' money is what we're playing with, and I'm not.
No.
I'm not proud at all
take it like that.
of what I approved that night. And so, it won't never happen again.
The election's over, Mr. Abraham.
Sir?
The election's over. We've had the election.
The election's over. The board minutes are not over with.
Well, I mean, I'm lost.
We have not approved the board minutes.
This motion was approved 5-0, meaning every supervisor voted for it. And as Mr. Gary previously stated, when the election was held to fill Senator Jordan's district seat,
so the same amount of money,
$12,000. So that was just one
election
on the Democratic side.
That's it.
This past special election, there was a Democratic primary and Republican primary.
Respectively.
We paid $12,000 for one, and had two, $12,000 times two.
Correct.
Simple math. Same.
It is simple math. Do me a favor. Show me what you paid to program the Republican and Democratic machine. What you paid. Because we didn't pay that. You paid it. Do we reimburse you, right?
No, sir.
Who paid it?
We was paid for contracting other service, and I got people that I paid to have to do the delivery of the machine, the transport,
I ain't worried about transport. Programming the machines. You had certain people up here in the state that program the machines.
No, sir. It comes down from the state. We do the encoding. They do everything else that comes out.
So you didn't pay anybody anything?
Yes, sir. Because we got to have with the encoding to do the labeling and get everything situated.
That's what I want
to send it to the print. For print.
That's all I want to say. Show me what you paid.
Okay.
All right. It ain't your fault. It's my fault for not paying attention when you had it live.
I presented it to everybody.
Huh?
I presented it to everybody.
You did.
I did.
But it won't happen to me again.
All right.
And on that day that you presented it, we all looked at it up and down.
I believe you looked at it down. Anyway,
all right.
You voted for it, so you were looking down.
I told him it won't happen again, though.
Thank you.
Because the taxpayers don't deserve it. When I was clerk, I could have charged a lot more for a lot of money. And I'm not going to gouge the taxpayers. And that's how
Well, I apologize, and I hate you feel what you feel, but everything is expensive, including the election.
First rodeo.
Yeah, I understand.
Thank you, Mr. Gary. All right.
All right.
We're now at 425. Mr. Leroy Ware, Leflore County Tax Assessor.
Good afternoon.
How you doing, Mr. Ware?
better all the time, brother.
I see you go.
That's what you're saying.
Give me a minute. Give me a minute. Got a few loose ends to clean up. Okay. I have some proposed changes to the 2025 homestead exemption road. Mrs. Callie Jones, she died before January 1, 2025. She should be deleted off the road. Mr. Joseph Norkowski, he lives in another state. He should be deleted off the homestead road. Ms. Sheila Ratliff, 5 decibel at homestead. She's receiving regular. Mrs. Eleanor Hubbard is living in another state. She should be deleted off the homestead road.
Motion for approval.
There's the motion by Supervisor Brown, the second by Supervisor Moore. Any questions? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, sir. All right. Let me make sure I'm at the right one. We're on you, right? All right. We're now at 4:30. Cynthia Stansel, County Administrator.
Good afternoon, Board.
Afternoon.
A, discussion of a former employee and gas usage. Supervisors, I have provided you with all the documentation of a former employee, including pictures at the gas station and the amount of gas usage on the county just for the year of 2025. And I am currently working on one of the previous years.
What money we talking about?
It's on the receipt.
For
That's
1 year.
just for 1 year.
That's just 1 year.
I'm pulling other years.
You going beyond 1 year?
Yes, sir.
Has this been turned over to the appropriate authority?
It will be after this meeting.
I would think so.
Take one page.
Make a motion that you, all right, now look, who you working with this time? You are the one working on this?
Yes, sir.
Okay, who you working with?
Myself and Comptroller Yvonne Gearing and Road Manager Jerry Smith.
What about the district attorney?
It has not been turned over until after this meeting.
Okay, I'll make a motion that we turn the evidence over to the district attorney for prosecution.
Once I collect all the evidence.
Correct.
This is not all the evidence.
I'll make that motion.
Okay?
I don't even know who we're talking about.
You know, it's in your packet. The pictures to right there.
Anyway, I don't know. Don't worry about it. I don't want to know.
You do want to know.
We got a motion. We got a motion out there.
Okay, yeah.
Good job.
Thank you.
We have a motion out there by Supervisor Abraham.
Do she need a board to go for it?
Not necessarily, but I wanted to make sure the board was aware of what has taken place and where I am in the discovery phase, and I do plan on sending it to the Attorney General.
Okay. All right, get my list.
Okay.
I'll second it. Yes. No, he didn't. He didn't. It has been motioned by Supervisor Abraham and second by Supervisor Mitchell. Any other questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. B.
Butler Snow, Butler Snow, and Government Solutions. Trey Harrison and Jamie Holloway.
Good afternoon, gentlemen, ladies. Back here from last week, we kind of had our general discussion of whether we wanted to use the cash that is accumulated in the bond fund to put on top of the outstanding debt when we're refunding to reduce the par amount. And I think one of the questions that was brought up was, what happens, if I remember correctly, what happens if, the county no longer owns the hospital, the debt is retired, and there's still cash in that account? What happens with that? So we brought the big guns in for that to give you the legal speak. So I'll let him opine from here.
Yeah, so Trey Harrison, Butler Snow, thank you, Jamie. I looked at the law, but specifically looked at the documents. And so currently, under the 2023 indenture that was approved by this board back in July, or probably before July, but 2023, any excess funds would go back into the bond fund to pay debt service. So specifically, the question, though, is if it is sold and the debt is retired, I don't think there would be a scenario where you would just have excess proceeds sitting in the fund. All of those proceeds would be used to retire the debt. So you, from a taxpayer standpoint, you don't want necessarily $1 million sitting in that fund. Either you're going to turbo redemption, meaning accelerate the payoff of the debt, or it will just amortize over time. But regardless, the tax proceeds that are sitting in that fund will ultimately be used to retire the debt. And you want to size it such that it is the amount of tax that's levied will be consistent with the amount of debt that you have outstanding. So even if we see in year 10, let's say if we do a 10-year term, if there's excess funds in that account, you still want to go ahead and pay off that debt with those excess proceeds. You don't want to be in a position of having money remaining and having to rebate that back. So you don't want to tax your taxpayers more than what the debt service is required to pay the debt. So that was my assessment, not only of the documents that we adopted back in 23, but also of the Community Hospital Act.
Gotcha. Okay. And I think that was my question. I think myself and Supervisor Abraham was discussing a little bit on the side because he was I think at first he was under the impression that it may be able to go back into our general. But then when I met with you and we sat and we talked about it, you said you would do research on it. And that was my assumption too, is that if we no longer have the hospital, what do you do with the excessive fund? And that's if we wanted to do that. I think Supervisor Moore made he made mention that we don't want to go 15-year and give that lump sum of money. And so that what made me ask, if the money just sit there, it still has to be applied to the debt anyway. So why not let that excessive money build up and go toward the debt and shorten our terms of repayment? That was just only my question of asking.
And you're still paying for ultimately an asset that is a viable concern in the community. It may not be an asset that you're ultimately responsible for anymore, but it's still an asset that is a going concern. We hope it is a continuing going concern for the community. So that 2023 deal that this board had to make tough decisions, spent hours laboring over that decision, ultimately it's still putting you in the position now today to still have an asset that
you can ultimately make a decision about, whenever that day happens, if that deal happens between the county and UMC.
Okay, and I think your proposal was like 760.
Yeah, so, I showed you 3 different ones, I believe. One of them was just a 20-year deal, which I think we've moved on.
Yeah, we only with the 215.
One of them showed using approximately $750,000 in what's sitting there now towards it. And so based on what he said, I mean, really you can do this kind of a couple of ways. One, you could do it at the beginning, right, and reduce the amount outstanding that we're going to refund. Or when we have a call date agreed to, start stacking extra on it then. Be my suggestion, do it all at once. Do it up front. But it's going to save you the difference in the two. I don't have that sheet with me in front of me right now, but you're looking at total. Let's see what total interest is. Total interest of $3.5 million versus total interest of $3.76. So to save you, a couple $100,000.
Good money.
Just by using what you have there. And also, like I said, right now, currently, what you've got coming in is more than what the debt service is. So what we can do is also try to restructure the payments to match more closely with that, and reduce it from 15 to maybe 13 or 12 or something.
Yeah.
But now you can take that, that's a levy, a particular levy.
Yes, sir.
So they can reduce that levy and put it on another levy.
So potentially, yes.
A levy is a levy. As long as we put enough money in the levy to pay the hospital bonds.
Right.
Let's say we have equipment over here that we bought in a bond issue, GO bond. We can lower that if we were bringing in 900. We don't need the 700.
Right.
You take 150 and move over to here.
That's correct.
That's true.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. The hospital levy, though, is specifically for the hospital.
That's right.
Up to 5 minutes. Right.
But I mean, every year could switch.
That's correct.
Y'all gonna give a new amortization.
Right.
As of when y'all refund. The other thing, how much is the cost of issuance? That's what I asked. That.
Yeah, so that's a great question.
And I can't change it. I mean, it's there.
So we haven't finalized it yet, right? Because we didn't know what we were doing and how long we were doing it for. All right, because the principal amount's going to determine that. The numbers that you got in front of you show approximately $340,000 total. That's from everybody involved. But we will have a more concise picture of that once we come back before you with proposed final terms.
And do note,
just to be clear, like most of the time, these numbers are bigger than they're actually going to be. Yeah, so I mean, we try to make our numbers look ugly so they look better down the road.
You have a breakdown of how that works?
Not on this particular number right here, but yeah, I mean, we can give you one. I mean, so y'all given every time we do an issue, you're given a sheet that shows the breakdown of cost of issuance, et cetera, for approval.
And how much do we save?
From the original, it'll be close to $6 or $7 million.
And do know,
but you're paying more per month, right?
That's right. So
it ain't gonna be a potential savings. It's gonna be a potential.
Oh, it's savings. There's no ifs, ands, or buts about it. It's 100%. There's savings there.
No, do me a favor.
The difference is,
show me the savings and how it actually works.
Well, yeah. So like I said, it was on that stuff we sent you out yesterday or last Monday. It'll show you a breakdown of what your current is and then proposed.
When will you know for sure where we are?
Yeah, that.
So I'm gonna get off the phone after we get done here and give the marching orders to Cardi and tell them to kind of get down to business. And just so we're clear, we haven't really settled this debate. Do we want to use the cash up front that we've got there now?
Tell that 15 years what you recommend, correct?
Correct. 15 years
with the 750.
I wouldn't use the cash up front.
Okay, so
that's up to the board, but I would. How much we got?
So if you did nothing and you made your payment July 1, you're going to end the year with approximately $1 million.
Yeah,
Because if we use money up front, how much is,
Well, I mean, we'd have to work that to leave. I mean, I wouldn't know that
I mean, it won't
exactly.
be that much different.
I would be way less than $1 million.
Yeah, you're gonna take
How much you got up front right now?
So one of them, I got $750,000 up front.
One of them.
Well, just so again, so remember there was
Scenario.
three scenarios.
Three scenarios. The
was
one he's
20,
taking 750.
One was 15. One was 15 with additional pay down on the principal.
Okay, the reason I say that, I don't know what shape we're gonna be in September. You follow me? That 750,000 initial amount will still be there. It's not going anywhere.
But you can't
But
use
it
it.
could possibly lower the levy that I have to put on to retire that first year. And I could move that savings to other areas to help fund our budget.
Yeah,
That-
correct. You can
okay.
move the millage.
Right.
Not yeah.
So I need to know number. I can't do it like we talking now. I kind of need to know where we are to see what we can do.
Okay. Well, I mean, like I said, so I mean, right now we know we can do at least 750. I guess the ultimate question is, use it or not, and if we do want to use it, how much do you want to leave in there?
Right.
That's the same.
And that's what I need to know. I don't. You gotta give me an amortization. Let's just say this is how, if we use it, this is what your amount's gonna be every year.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't use it, this is what your amount's gonna be every year.
I provided.
And then if you
got
provide half, then we start dickering and say, well, maybe we want to use half of it.
Right. Well, so, but you have that in your possession. Maybe not today, but I gave it to you last Monday. It breaks it down each one.
Okay.
I just want to add one other thing. This deal in particular, we closed it in 23, and then we came back before you. We got re-engaged August of 24. We then we hired Cardi after that, and then we adopted the sales parameter resolution, and we went to the development bank August 13. And so then the hospital finally approved their resolution on February 17, 2026. So we've been at this quite some while trying to get, we were initially waiting on the rates to fall, and then the rates fell, and we were hurriedly trying to get the hospital to move forward with their resolution, and they finally got that done. And so this is why now Jamie is saying, hey, rates are still interesting, where we can potentially save some money. So that's why we're trying to get back into the market pretty quickly.
All I would ask is to make sure where we're at.
Yeah.
So I can make some decisions on what I think would be better for the county.
Understood.
So let me ask you this question, Jamie and Trey. If we decide to go with the 15 right now, with nothing moving forward, can we later come and add that if we wanted to contribute?
Yeah, I don't think that will be an issue. In my preliminary discussions with the underwriter and whatnot, because I kind of anticipated some of this, was that, if we find a purchaser, if they want to place this, we find a purchaser, we kind of let them know, hey, par amount may change either up or down, and that's typically most banks don't have an issue with that. So, but we'll know that ahead of time before we select whoever gives us the best rate.
Okay, because Supervisor Abraham brought up a good choice of as far as knowing where we at come budget time. And if we come back and we're comfortable at budget time, at that time we may want to add an addition or dump some in to go ahead and.
That's where you're going to have your hang up. Yeah. So your hang up is going to be in when you're able to pay extra on it. So one of the things that the banks and underwriters, et cetera, will do is, in order to give you a little bit better rate, they're going to want you to borrow it for a set amount of time, which is the call date. So I'm going to ask for 5. 7 may be what they'll agree to, but I'm going to ask for 5. And then after 5 years, you can do that, right? You can add what you want to.
Okay.
You have to pay for it, a turbo redemption.
Yeah. So, kind of how, in my mind, how, based on everything's cash flowing, you would have probably enough to start making an additional, at least one additional payment, probably by year 5,
Okay.
if not year 6, based off if nothing changes, what you have coming in, what we have going out.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
we have an escrow,
Yeah.
and then when it is callable, just wipe it out. And those are just options.
Yeah, sure. I mean, like I said, so mainly what I'm trying to tackle is, one, which we got the first part of the way, 15 years. 2, what do we want to do with the excess cash? Right? The excess cash is in there now, because no matter what y'all do next year, that'll affect that cash balance based on what your budget sees. You follow me? That's already in. That's coming. That's going to be there. So the question is, do we want to use that towards the principal amount outstanding now, or do we want to wait and use it at a call date? Does that make sense?
Yeah. We're probably going. Go ahead, Mr. Pope. I'm sorry.
Supervisor, I have a legal question for Attorney Harrison. With all the moving parts with this hospital refinance, we're a co-owner of the hospital. Who do you or Butler Snow legally represent?
My specific engagement as of August 26, 2024 rests with the county. So my fiduciary duty is to Leflore County, Mississippi. However, in getting everything done as a part of that engagement, I had to go to the city, present before them, which that was when the new mayor got elected. And so there was a lot of questions regarding their approval as a co-owner. And then I had to draft a resolution for the hospital to get their consent, because ultimately they're the end user of the proceeds and they're the entity with respect to the county's tax exempt status. They have to promise to do certain things or not do certain things with respect to the money that you're providing them. So we don't want them to affect the county's tax exempt status. So approve this resolution, and then they have to sign on to the tax certificate, etc. And so that's a big part of it.
Okay.
Do you have any dealings with any entity related to the deal surrounding Greenville Leflore Hospital going forward?
So, a colleague of mine represents UMC, and I was on the phone with him today talking about my duties to the county with respect to that sale. And so I will be doing everything in my power to say I need to see all the documents. I need to make sure that our transaction with respect to this county's money is protected in all things. So in my opinion, if there's a bankruptcy, I need to think through that. If there's a sale, I need to think through that, because if you recall, there's a big question over what was pledged. Ultimately, it's the county's money that is paying the debt service, but there's a requirement under the tax code that says if the hospital that you own ever has any revenue, we are required to make them pledge that as well. And that was one of the difficulties with the hospital saying, well, we don't want to pledge, we don't want to be responsible. Oh, you have to. And so getting them comfortable over that bridge. So that's my representation. So there will be hopefully not a lot of tension, but tension that because I'm looking at it from the lens of I represent the county, I want to make sure the county gets the best deal. I want to make sure the county is protected for X number of years, and then I want to protect the county's tax exempt status. There's a county that we're representing right now that's going through an IRS audit, and don't want that to happen. So we're doing everything in our power, because that's ultimately the opinion that we're getting, that the bonds are tax exempt, and the purchaser of those bonds, those 5 consortium banks, they're getting a cheaper rate, and they rely upon the opinion than I rely upon your opinion. So that's how that goes. But yeah, I represent the county.
That's all I have to say.
Thank you, Mr. Wood. All right, guys.
Sorry for that.
No, you're fine. You're fine. So what is the pleasure of the board?
I go 15 years.
15-year, no. Which one? With
I mean,
no,
I don't.
So, I mean, we can make it to, I guess if the question is, let me ask you this. So we've got like 900,000 coming in. Do you want me to try to make the payments up to that? Or do you want me to leave them where they are now? So you have 200 left over annually.
yes.
I say leave them like that.
Yeah, and let us just decide on that dump with that. Yeah.
So just do a straight 15-year deal, no
Yes.
pay down.
Fine with me, I don't care. Faster we pay it off, the better we're gonna be.
So you.
Well, the faster
But then we need to use
we need to use. That's right. That's right.
That 750,000, that was just a number.
Yeah, I just pulled that out. I just, because we had a pile there, and I saw an underwriter, and I said, well, just take 750 in there and see what that looks like.
And I was going to say, Mr. Moore, you're right. Yeah, you can move it at 500 if you want.
Yeah, you can move that. Yeah, that number is, that's correct.
Yes.
Go halfway with it.
500.
You can
500, 15 years. Let's go ahead and start paying this thing off.
15 year with 500,000.
Yeah, I mean, that number can be moved for sure.
Well, we're gonna be paying how much a year?
500.
So well, I don't have that number for me for 500,000 pay down, but I have it for the
That ain't gonna
700.
pay off in 15 years.
No, so
No.
the payments would be on the 700 a total of anywhere between 728,000, 26,000 up to 770. The last payment 770,000.
Pay at least that, not 500.
Yeah.
You're gonna make that payment, but with a 500 to 15 year.
That 15 years is gonna cost you about 700 some thousand.
Yeah.
500 is not gonna do it.
That's the
Correct.
number that y'all recommend, that's 700, right?
No, so I just put that number in there just to give us a placeholder. The number we don't have to agree on that 750 number.
Right.
I mean that's at y'all's discretion. My thought process was we've got this money here that is specifically for this.
What if I made a motion
Let's-
to let y'all move forward with the 15 years and bring back the numbers, actual numbers back to it? That gets you 15 years. Then we'll deal with where we are.
That's what we said last week.
No, we didn't have that last.
Yes, we did. We said last week that we were going with 15 years regardless.
We just didn't know which.
We were just trying to
Yeah, but
figure
we're
out.
talking up here,
We were trying
and we getting all this
figure out
500, 700.
how much of a 900,000 that we were going to use.
Well, I would like to know what it would take to do 15 years at X number of dollars to pay off.
Okay.
And if it's 700,000 instead of 900, that's great. If it's not, then we might use this upfront money. But I can't tell you what. Now I don't know. I mean, I'm not out in left field, I don't think, because I've been dealing with bonds all my life. I just need to know some numbers.
Well, right. So I guess what I'm confused on is you can make that 750 number, it can be any number you want. It can be $1, it can be
But it ain't gonna pay off in 15 years.
Well, but what I'm telling you is if potentially we could reduce, if you leave your millage exactly like it is, I can go back and see what would it look like if we match the millage coming in with the debt service payments and we throw the cash in on top. And now we're talking about maybe a 13-year loan.
Right, I understand.
I mean,
I'm not really.
are we want to maximize that, or are we married at the 15-year number? That's kind of where I'm getting confused here. Like, do we want to maximize the cash available that we've got towards the bond issue up front, and we can leave the payments based off of that, or we can actually reduce our term length down potentially by matching the debt service payments with what we've got coming in. Because no matter what you do, if you leave it like it is right now, or with just the 15-year option, you're still going to have approximately $200,000 in excess a year coming in.
Right, and that's what I want. I guess what I'm asking is an amortization. Okay, I want 15 years and we owe $6 million. $6 million at X interest rates, 15 years, the payment would be this. then I can decide, well, if the payment's 700 and I'm paying 900, I'm reduce it or keep going. I just need to know whether I can reduce it. Do I have to raise it? What I have to do?
Raise what?
The payment. I shouldn't have to raise the payment because the interest rate's going down.
Well, we're going from 30 years to 15.
So I don't know. Until y'all give me something to look at, I have no clue.
And also note that
Sure.
So if we pay it off in 13 years, with the tax bill that we got, pay it off in 13 years, how much that will save rather than paying it off in 15?
Well, that's a great question. I don't have that because we just kind of thought that up right this second. But I guess
give me an estimate.
I mean, it would probably take off. So if you're reducing, you probably an extra $1 million probably. By the time you take off those, well, maybe less, but you're talking 2 payments that you wouldn't be making over the years or something. Yeah, somewhere in that neighborhood.
And do note, I mean, he the numbers that he has, those are projections. I mean, he's got it at a very conservative 5.3. 5.3. That might be able to do better than that. We just don't know yet. And you financed $10 million. They only drew down 7.5, and you financed it over 30. We're trying to wipe out that 30, bring it down, and then lock it in based only on the 7.5 versus the 10 million, which is why I was so adamant that the hospital agree to the resolution, because my client is paying interest on 30 at 10, so we got to hurry up. So that was some of the exigency regarding the hospital moving forward.
Okay. What's the pleasure of the board?
I'd recommend we move forward to 15 years and y'all bring it back randomization of schedules.
So I can give you the 15 years on what we've already got, or what we've discussed.
Just look at, let me know what our amortization wise, how we could save what we pay and now what we would be paying.
Yeah, I got it.
All right.
I gave to you Monday. Anybody else need another copy?
No, we got it.
I mean, you always,
The same thing.
these columns, I can always pay it off in 13 years, can you?
If it's callable, yes, sir.
So I can call them in the 12th year.
Well, on 13, if we got down towards a 13-year deal, I feel fairly certain I can get a 5-year call.
Yeah.
All right.
But year 5, you'd be able to do that.
We have a motion out there to move on with the 15-year.
You said at 5.3?
No, he got the interest rate locked in.
That's what he
That's not locked in.
That's just what it's projected.
That's as of
You'll be lower than that.
So it may be higher all over.
It's going to be very low.
And so one of the beauties of how we're having this set up is if markets move out of our favor, we just sit back.
We probably can hold still.
Right. We're not going to rush it.
But there was a time that they had fallen, and we were like, what is the hospital?
Yeah. We got you. I remember that.
So we can't set that weight.
Well, but we want to be in the position to move quickly. Should something happen and they fall,
Well, mainly just have to make sure that we're all on the same page. We know what we're trying to do. We're trying to maximize really how we want to maximize that cash.
Waiting on a second. We have a motion by
you
second. All right, it has been motioned by Supervisor Abraham and second by Supervisor Brown that we move with the 15-year. Any questions? Other questions? All in favor, say aye. All
So what did you accomplish today that we didn't do last week?
We got clarity. Excellent question, Supervisor Moore. We got clarity on what we can do with cash in the event the county does not own a hospital and the debt is retired.
You got to understand it.
all opposed?
That's correct.
Odds have it. Motion carried. Thanks, Trey. Thanks, Jamie.
Thank you, officer.
All right. You don't see?
I have a face here.
C, the approval to pay Upchurch Pay App 1 and Pay App 2 for phase 2 of the energy saving project, and Earl Bird is here to talk about that.
What is?
That's it has exhibit E through 1 in the handout that I passed everyone. Exhibit E through 1 is the excerpt of the contract that the board agreed to pay mobilization fee to Upchurch Services. The board has a copy of the contract. I put that excerpt in, but I also have the full contract on my person right now.
Okay, so you recommend this payment?
Let Earl tell the board what it is that he's asking for. I'm not making a recommendation.
Good afternoon.
Yes, sir.
Good to see each other. So going back a little bit on the first phase, I think everything is completed now on the window portion of the project. So that was phase number 1. That is completed and I believe has been signed off on all parties, including Department of Archives and History. So what this request here is for the first 2 pay applications on phase 2. And so I think everybody knows that we've been waiting on the financing for that to all be settled. In addition to the mobilization, we have completed the plumbing controls and work on the jail. We've ordered all of the equipment. We did that a long time ago, including the lighting. So what you've got is payout number 1, which is the mobilization, and the additional part had to do with the jail work on the water conservation side. So to give you an idea, payout number 1, we had originally sent that in December, and then payout number 2 was in January. So this is not something that we have thrown on you recently. This is.
So you have started on phase 2.
Yes.
And you say you started at the jail.
We started the water conservation.
Water conservation at the jail.
So we've done that. That has to do with payout number 2. We have all the HVAC equipment already sitting here in Greenwood to get started here. Primarily, that's our main concern, and but we also have all the lighting and all that has already been purchased too. We did that back in December once the financing resolution was approved.
Okay, so when will you start initially on the rest of phase 2? Once you get this payment?
Yes.
Is that what you're saying?
Yes. And I think the Stancil can confirm that the financing is done now. That's been deposited into the account. And so...
yes, myself, Ms. Deborah Hibbler, and Ms. Yvonne Gearon signed the signature cards with the bank today.
Let me ask you a question.
Yes. That's the amount they're asking for today. The 2.5.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. I'm sorry.
So this is not what they're asking?
No. They're asking for...
You just signed up. You just got the.
So supervisor, that's the reason I put exhibit E through 1 in there, because the contract that the board agreed to did have mobilization portion in it, and that amount is at the top of your handout. Yes, sir.
Who did you sign? Say sign the card.
The signature cards, Chancery Clerk, County Administrator, and Comptroller.
I'm not sure if that'll work.
That's what the resolution
She's
said.
the only one I would think would be on that card.
No, sir, that's not correct. Many counties have the county administrator, the comptroller, and the chancery clerk on their signature.
I'm just saying, I'm not sure as a county treasurer and auditor, I'm not sure, because I mean, that means either one of y'all could go write a check out of that account.
Is this a problem we ran into when we had that, when we needed that money last time, we had to wait?
Correct.
I mean, I'm not being, I'm just saying, let's make sure
has
it's
some work associated with it.
Okay, yes, sir.
legal. That's all I'm asking.
It also has NPC tax,
The clerk ain't the only
stuff,
one.
payment bonds.
The board attorney did look into it, and it is legal.
The 25% of the contract.
That's what the board did.
Plus, what else did you mention?
So some work on the jail and NPC, payment bonds, those kind of things that have to be a part of the project.
The work was performed.
But is the work completed on the jail?
The water portion of it is, yes.
So were the payments scheduled to be paid upon completion, or were they scheduled to be paid in installments?
So the contract calls for the 25% mobilization, and then the rest of it is progress payments as we progress through the job.
So this is 25% of the mobilization that you're asking for today, basically.
I'm asking for payout 1 and payout 2. Yes.
So I guess so therefore, it seems as if you're asking for payments for the job being performed versus installment payments. Whereas once you get to this phase, we'll make this payment. Once you get to this phase, we'll make this payment. I understand the 25% that you're asking for. That's mobilization. I understand that.
Right.
That's up front. But you said you've done work at the jail, so now you want to be compensated for the water work that you've done at the jail, water conservation that you've done at the jail, versus saying when I finish this phase, I will come for this payment and that. So it's basically on work being performed.
Yeah. So what we do is, like I said, the progress payments. So that payout number 2 that went in, that was sent in January for that work on the jail.
So since January, no other work has been performed.
No other work has been performed since January, to my knowledge. Correct.
And that was at the jail. So, Sheriff, has that been, can you verify this?
I think Shane went over and Simpson went over to check on work at the jail.
We still like, as far as locks and
What is the total? What is the total amount we got?
This is
All right. So I guess my only concern, Earl, is that if we're paying what you're asking for now, the next time you come for a payment, will the job be totally completed? Because you're asking probably for 50% of what what the job is actually costing.
Yes, sir. So what we do is, let's back up. So 25% is the mobilization.
Got the mobilization. Got that.
So then, as we complete work, we give the standard payouts that says, hey, we've done this work, and that needs to be paid. So the majority of this is the mobilization, but then there's also some amount of it, and I don't have it.
Well, 25% of it is mobilization.
Right. And then there is some that is work on the jail, NPC, contractor's tax, that has to be a part of it, payment bonds, all those kind of things that are required, that is also in there.
So 25% of the work has been completed already.
No, but the equipment has been purchased and has been purchased for a while. So we're waiting. We have been waiting for the funding to be put in place so that we could do that. But we went ahead and ordered the equipment because we need to get it done before we get into the heat of the summer.
Well, we just
Your contract.
Are you asking for storage material? Usually, I mean, we've done that before. I mean, he sends in an invoice showing from the company that he purchased the equipment from, showing it's stored, and it has to be on site.
We have not received that information.
If that's what you're asking for, I don't know. I mean,
It's in Greenwood.
okay.
So,
the board needs to just understand that if once we commit and make this payment right here, you only got 50% of the total amount of money that you've taken out left, approximately. And
The contract called for 25%.
no,
They said that about bonding and all that.
it's required on the property.
I mean, it didn't say that about the contract.
Yeah, it should be in there.
How much work have you completed?
Yeah,
that's
The work that we completed on phase 2 is that water portion on the
The
jail.
water portion,
Yeah.
you talking about tile?
No, sir.
What
It has to
water
do-
portion?
It has to do with water conservation controls on the plumbing side of it.
All right, when does the tower, you're not gonna have a tower all the, you're not gonna have a tower. When is the boiler, the chillers and tower and all that gonna be installed?
As soon as we can get
Where are
started. We've already ordered it. Now keep in mind, we're taking cooling tower off here, right?
Right.
So we're doing away with that. So we're
Where
putting in
are
that.
they? Where is the tower and the, well, not the tower, but the boilers and the heaters and all that kind of, the air conditioning units, all that? Where is that at?
It's the
That's
equipment-
not here, right?
No, it's in our Greenwood location.
It's here in Greenwood.
Not from counties, but on the Upchurch properties.
But it's in Leflore County.
Yes.
Supervisor Abraham, if I will, Supervisor Mitchell.
Sorry,
We probably got, how much room you need?
I don't know.
It needs to be on county premises.
Okay.
You follow me? That's where it needs to be before the payment's made. For, or where the site's gonna be done.
I'm not sure where we would do that. So our thinking on that is that as our Greenwood office is here, we got a warehouse there. That's where it is. So,
If your warehouse burnt tonight,
yes,
and so I burn all that equipment up,
yes,
where we stand?
that would be on us as far as I can tell.
I don't want to go that far. I want insurance covering us. You follow what I'm saying? Or either on our premises where our insurance would cover. But I can't, it's hard to pay Earl for equipment on somebody else, in somebody else's possession. Because if something happens, and I'm not saying, Upchurch could buy way more than that, but I don't want to get to that stage. I just think that we ought to find a location in Leflore County that we own and put this stuff in. How long do you think it'd take to get it cleaned out?
It wasn't cleaned out.
If you put it on a location, how long does it take you to get it out? Right?
To get it installed,
Yeah.
we're going to start here on the HVAC. That was the intent all along before we get into the cooling, the major part of the cooling season. Well, a lot of that's passed, so that's why we went ahead and ordered it and have it here so that we can get started on it when it was funded.
Okay.
So I think our construction schedule on this that we put in the contract's like 8 months, but we're going to start here with the HVAC because that's the highest priority.
How much is on hand in your warehouse? It belongs to Leflore County.
I'm not sure other than what's on that.
Well, what I would do is I would probably feel comfortable if we was insured under y'all's insurance as additional insurance.
Well, if it's on our property,
It's insured to you, it ain't insured to us.
Right, but it's not going to cost. We would have to replace that. So.
Yeah, but I still want the insurance company to pay us, not Upturn.
Okay.
You follow me?
Yes, I think.
Well, give me your car tonight. It won't take long to understand then.
Yes.
That's the only problem I would have. And I don't really have a problem because I don't think it would be a big deal.
Yeah.
But whatever we pay.
So are you suggesting that we take care of just the mobilization, and then once we get the material equipment back on, we'll give them the other payment?
Say that again.
I'm saying as far as mobilization.
And that's the 25%.
That's the 25%
That's
that
what
was.
we're talking about, isn't it?
No, we talk about that plus some more.
It's that plus the
Plus the work that they've done at the county
that's
jail.
already been done.
Well, you've done that.
Right, and then MPC tax, all those kind of things, payment bonds that are part that has to file on the project.
Well, I mean, we got a bond on that. Mm-hmm. Right?
Yes, sir.
We got a bond on that. Mm-hmm. I mean, I want you to get your money. You've been waiting for 6-7 months.
Yes.
But I just don't want the county to get any problem from it. So what I'm saying, Mr. Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
Is pay the mobilization.
Got that.
Plus the equipment on hand after we receive an insurance policy to Leflore County for what they have on hand.
So once you get your insurance policy, or what you is requesting, you saying at that point we will make that $2.5 million payment.
Right. You all right with that?
But
I don't know what else to say. I mean, I've never dealt with something being like this. I mean, I don't mind you having it in Leflore County.
Have you paid this?
yes.
No, we haven't paid anything.
The 1.4?
We have not paid it.
Yeah.
Phase
Oh,
one.
yeah.
Phase one.
Oh,
Phase one.
Phase
Yeah.
one is complete.
The only
We
the-
paid
we're done with that.
The only thing that has not been paid on that, and it's in the process, is the last payment.
Right.
But the project is, the sign off and everything is done. So that one is done. This request doesn't have anything to do with the windows.
Okay.
This all has to do
With the phase
phase
two.
2. Yes.
What I need for me is this much equipment and labor to be already been presented to the county. I can't think of something that hadn't been delivered to the county.
I understand.
I can't do that.
I understand the 25% mobilization because that came off top. But you're asking that the remaining balance either be performed in material or labor that has been done in the county. Because what would you say the cost of what y'all did out there at the jail cost?
It should be on there, and I apologize, guys. This is not much.
And that was just at the jail.
Yeah, that's the only thing that did with the water
We went
conservation.
ahead, and the reason we went ahead and did that was because that's a major
Justice Court jail.
that's a major saver. So we went ahead and did that.
Okay, so
That's a little shy.
according to what is that right?
That year, but that's not even. Earl, I have a question. Is the 3,000?
That's at phase 2.
That's phase 2. That's everything in phase 3. The almost $4,000 for the jail.
$400,000.
$400,000 for the jail. Is that the water conservation and everything else, or just the water conservation?
That is the controls on and the plumbing that was associated with it.
Okay, so that's everything that's been done.
Yes, that's everything that's been done today.
Okay, so that's a little shy of
$400,000 worth of work has been performed as of now. That's it.
So in addition to that mobilization fund, talk to 1.1, right?
Right. Yes, sir.
And you got the MPC 181D fund is 129.
Right.
Now, what can we pay him for tonight?
That's what we're trying to figure out.
That was going
The work
on.
he's done, we can pay for. The equipment on the ground in his facility, the attorney needs to see what we need to do to protect the county in case something happens. So I'm willing to pay if it's a 25% mobilization, is that what it is?
1.1.
Yeah.
Whatever the 25% mobilization, I'm okay with that.
And what about the work he's done at the jail?
I'm okay with it. It's already been done.
Yeah.
All right, that's 400,000, 395.
Huh?
That's 395,000.
I don't have a problem with that, but as far as the other equipment,
So you have
we got to
1.5.
find out what we got to do to protect the county.
Okay.
That's all I want.
Okay. I'm sorry.
No, he
Somebody say something to me?
he was just
You got
adding.
anything anywhere else other than leave?
I don't think so.
395 for the work that has been done at the jail. 25%, which is the mobilization, is 1.1.
And I second Mr. Moore's.
Whatever it's on the inside of the jail or the outside?
Yes, inside. And all the
And then what is the other fees he was asking for?
That's the
25% is
MPC, the
1.1.
MPC is how much?
181.
181. And the bond is
129.3.
129.3.
Project management.
I'm not sure if the board remembers, but of the entire project, which we financed for 4.6, 2.8 of that is just the courthouse.
Mm-hmm. That's a different story there now.
No, it's not. We went back and forth on if we were gonna approve the entire project or just do the courthouse. But because the courthouse was over half of the project, the board decided to do the entire project because it wasn't going to reduce the payments by much if we didn't do the other building, county-owned buildings.
So with the basically looking at the 25% mobilization and the work done at the jail, along with the bond and the other, we're looking at 1.7 million.
So you put that project management in there, 188.
Project manager, I have not.
188, 89.
The completed part. With the whole thing or the completed part?
Yeah.
With the whole thing or the completed part? Project management.
So we're looking at 1.894. So they're almost
32 is completed.
almost 1.9 million.
That ain't too shy from 2.5.
Yeah, it's 600, what, 700,000? 600,000. So, man, this is kind of different because I'm looking at what Ms. Stansel just said. Of this, the courthouse is 2.8 million
Of the 4.6.
So what you're telling me, Earl, is that as y'all complete work, you're gonna ask for payment. So if you come here and we give you 2.5 tonight, and when you complete the courthouse, you get another 2.8. All right, and that's only going to leave. That ain't going to leave nothing. They're going to leave $100,000 on them.
Yeah, but it won't be. Usually, the way that goes is Mr. Mitchell. It's progress payment. So as we do work, we present that. So we probably will not walk back in here and say, "Oh, well, we finished the courthouse now. You owe us this amount." So it's progress billing. This is the keep in mind this is the first payments on this portion of it. So we've been holding this for a while, and so the mobilization, the other things that we talked about, that is stuff that has to be paid. Right, so that's why we got that. The the big thing is now that we got funds, right? The rest of it will go as we progress and go through this and complete the work.
That's what I'm saying. So if your progress, if it's progress payment, once you make progress on the courthouse, you're gonna want some payment. And that payment, once you complete the courthouse, is 2.8, which is not gonna leave us anything if we pay you 2.5 tonight. And we still have these other buildings and facilities that need attention.
Those will also be done.
Within that.
Yes, sir.
Amount?
Yeah, absolutely. This amount is set. Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
What's the hold up on doing all this stuff? What are we waiting on? What are y'all waiting on?
Payment.
I mean, if they get the payment of mobilization, okay, we give you a payment of mobilization.
Yes, sir. But we already started.
Then you come in and start working,
Right.
and we give you progress.
Right.
So what's the hold up? I mean, if we give you the mobilization, what with that?
1.1 million,
All right, we give you that,
Yes.
and you completed some work over here, right?
which would be 1.0.
All right, now, of that mobilization, you got to remember that we didn't have, 4.6 or something?
That's it.
That's all can be paid for all the rest of the stuff.
That's what I just
So
said.
your progress pay, once we give you that, then you got to start getting something over here. So I don't care where the equipment is now. That's your equipment. Until it gets in the premises, it's yours.
Yeah. Yeah.
So that's where I would go, is pay you your mobilization. And I think, Shane, we do that on Robbie or anybody else. Don't we? We pay the dates to mobilize and come. So we got that covered. And you have done some work. You need an invoice for mobilization, invoice for your work for completed. And somebody, who's overseeing this project?
Mac, same project manager that did the windows and everything.
Okay, we need a letter from you saying everything's in compliance. Then as you go forward,
What do you mean everything?
just like the work you just did,
Too much jail. Water.
when it gets completed, you want somebody to say, everything was right.
Yeah.
I mean, that's why we got a manager.
Right.
All right. Then, as you put the chillers in, and whatever else you put in, you bring it to the board, and the board will pay it.
Right.
And there will probably be a certain amount retained fee. Correct?
Usually, yes, sir.
Okay. Now that's all I know to do, and that way I ain't worried about where the equipment is, because I'm not paying you for the equipment.
Right.
So you put it in.
Yeah.
So are you making a motion that we pay the 25% mobilization and the work that has been completed at the jail?
I said that.
I'm
Yeah, I don't have a problem doing that. I will make that motion.
Being that you received the documentation saying that the work at the jail is
That's correct.
complete.
Mobilization. I got the man over this.
Gotcha.
Has got to give us a letter
I agree.
stating, yes, everything's been mobilized and the work has been done.
If you had the same project,
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
So that's my order. That'd be my order.
Okay.
To approve that subject to our
Receiving.
consultant or whatever it is. What is the architect, engineer?
No, sir. It's our project manager.
Y'all project manager?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. The architect that was involved, that was for the windows going through Department of Archives.
Your project
That's
manager.
already been done. Same project manager that managed that is this. Is
Okay.
Okay.
And that's in your car.
Yes.
Mr. Mitchell.
Yes, sir.
I hadn't heard a bottom line figure.
of how much it's going to be.
Right.
The 25% mobilization cost plus the work done at the jail.
The mobilization $1,163,725.
I still hadn't heard of bottom line figure.
Well, give me.
I hadn't heard of total.
What's the number you got? 1 million.
1,163,725. And then just the plumbing at the jail.
1163.
$725.
7.
We wanting letters of compliance. We wanting this, we want that.
Just the
Still don't have a
$246.
solid bottom number.
There's more jail stuff. 4.1.
4.6. I'm just not comfortable right now. I don't have that
So that ain't
one
that
feeling
pressure.
about
that's the total.
making a sound decision
He ain't did the like.
Go ahead.
on this evening. I just got these numbers. Just looking at it. And everybody's rattling off different figures right now.
Okay.
And we need the letter of compliance. I'm not trying to hold you all up at all. I just want this board to be on the same accord moving forward. And so,
with all due respect, Supervisor Moore,
Yes.
this was not my intention to put this on the board on the agenda tonight.
yes,
I was walking through the hallway and Mr. Earl Bird stopped me and I said, "Are you on the agenda?" He said, "I don't know." And he walked to my office with me. We decided to put it on the agenda. As I stated in the beginning of this discussion, the signature cards were just signed today. This afternoon, I think Ms. Hilbert went later in the afternoon. So my intention was to make sure everything was good with the bank before it was brought to the board to request for a payment. But Ms. Bird came to the courthouse, and here we are.
okay, and we do appreciate you, being here today. I'm just not ready to take action today. I would rather we get all these figures together, we get the letter of compliance, and have all that set.
Okay, so contractually, right, the 25% mobilization, shouldn't be any problem with that.
Yeah.
That's what I said. I was about to mention that.
Funding is there.
Contract or anything.
You what now?
I said, I'm not trying to reach contract or anything of that nature. I understand that 25% is in there. I'm just saying, would this board have any problem with tabling it until the next meeting?
Well,
I'm burnt out on.
see the 25%, as he was speaking, the mobilization in the contract states that they will get that off top anyway.
Yeah.
Which is 1.1.
The 1.1, yes.
Okay.
1.163725,
And he has completed.
and then he's done work in
Yeah.
jail.
I know you got a motion out there, but in your motion you asked for a letter of compliance, this, that, and the third.
I asked for a letter of compliance.
I don't understand. I don't understand that request. So you need to explain that. What is a letter of compliance?
I want your project manager to say that you have mobilized
Okay.
and your stuff is on hand.
Okay.
And the work that you have done has been completed,
I got you.
satisfactorily completed.
Got you.
That's
Okay.
all I need.
Now I understand what you're asking.
Now you did what you. I'm sorry. Go ahead.
If we do the 25%, have a motion to do the 25%, and then once we get the letter of compliance and saying that work is completed, then we can do another motion to make that payment separate. I have no problem with doing the contractual 25% only.
For the mobilization.
Only.
But in your motion, did you put pending? Pending that
Approval.
pending approval letter that the work is already
We
been
put
completed?
into whatever you want to. You're talking about 325,000, 4.6 million.
Right.
Now, the 25% mobilization,
That's
at the point that you go down here and the cost starts getting up here, you'll end up having to kind of cut out some of that, I'm assuming. I don't know. I don't know how it's going to work when you get to the end. But we can't get over 4.6 million.
Correct.
and we can't.
Everything got to be completed.
But we can't be backwards neither, no, because he's gonna start here.
Right.
That's what I don't want.
What you're asking, I don't have a problem with it.
All right. So you.
I made the motion to go forward,
What's your motion?
to move forward with the 25%.
Which is?
1.163725.
Right, and
Mobilization.
300 and some thousand.
300 and something, 300 and what?
He got, how much is actual? I ain't got it in front of me now.
I know.
How much is the plumbing work that was done at the jail? Because some of that was lighting. And that had
According to Ms. Bird, all of it been done, and that's $395.
the lighting,
No, that's what he just said.
I think it was just plumbing, but
just the plumbing. Just give me the plumbing.
whatever's on that payout.
I want to get
I
some
showed
context from the board.
$246,448.
How much?
$246,448. $448.
Oh, $395.
Okay, and that's a total of what?
I'm gonna give it to you now. So. That's total $1,410,173.
And that total, and that's per your letter that you requested, right? For that
Right.
payment.
Now, what's the way to go from 300 and something?
No, it went from it went down. Once you add that, yes sir, Mr. Collins, I hear you. Yes sir.
I'm not comfortable with paying nothing but 25%. I'm taking his word that he done did something like this year. I don't see no investment. He don't even know what they're gonna do.
Okay.
All I can say is I got a motion.
You got a
to pay
motion
it.
out
Y'all
there?
do what y'all want to do.
You paid the 1 point and
Subject to the
subject to the letter.
right.
So you don't get paid the work done until you get the letter from them.
They better get.
He said the work done, so he don't get the jail
I'm talking about the
plumbing
work
until
done.
You
get
got
the
a
letter of
bond, don't you?
compliance.
Yeah.
I mean, we're
Okay.
sitting on a bond, right?
Yeah. All
I
right.
mean, you got to do the work.
Second.
All right. It has been motioned by Supervisor Abraham and second by Supervisor Brown that we pay them the amount of $1,410,173 pending that we receive the letter of compliance.
So that the information you're wanting should apply for the jail portion,
Correct.
because the rest of it,
That's 25%.
25% mobilization.
Well, I'd like for him to approve the mobilization too. He ought to be able to tell me, well, y'all mobilize.
Yes,
Hell, he worked for you.
yes, sir.
All right.
Let me ask you, who was wrong?
Listen.
I mean, I surely can do that.
Mr. Mitchell,
Yes, sir.
can you give me that amount again? That
Well,
you-
yeah, I can give you the amount, but it hadn't carried yet. It's $1,410,173. You got it?
yes.
Any more questions? All in favor say aye. All opposed?
Opposed.
Aye.
So what do we think?
Did not pass.
I'm like,
After all that, we can.
You asked the final question. I'd like to make a motion that we pay the 25% mobilization.
Second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Mitchell and second by Supervisor Moore that we pay the 25% mobilization. All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Note Mr. Abraham is saying nay. All right.
So I'm confused. What did we?
1.1. You get 25%.
Okay, so what was the first vote for?
The first vote was to pay the mobilization and the work, the plumbing part that was completed at the jail, pending that you get the letter. Some of the supervisor wasn't satisfied with the letter until they got the letter. So once the letter comes back before this board, we'll then address the work that was done at the jail, because they don't know whether it's been done or not. But we do know we had to pay the 25% of the mobilization.
I thought that carried.
No, that's why I told you when you asked me for that figure, I said I can give it to you, but it hadn't been carried yet. That's what I told you.
All right. So Thank you, guys.
So tomorrow they can get 1.163.
Yes, the 25%. Yes,
Thank you,
ma'am.
Earl.
Thank you.
All right, thanks, Earl. All right, we're now at 433, the bike orders.
Where we stand on the bike on? There will be 3-2 vote on that.
Mr. Abraham had checked. He had actually asked me again about the bike ordinance, and we have it before you. This bike ordinance is 100% from the law and from MDOT's recommendations as it relates to those riding bikes on county roads. It has the manner in which they should operate the bike. It has the prohibited conduct, how many feet that you're supposed to ride, the penalty.
What is the penalty?
The penalty is $500 fine, guilty of a misdemeanor, and each violation constitutes a separate offense. And the sheriff department shall enforce all the ordinance related to the bike. I did check with the other counties surrounding. About 4 or 5 of them mentioned to me that they don't have any bike ordinance. The municipality has. But it doesn't stop us from doing it.
All right, what about gear? What kind of gear do they have to wear?
Let's see.
What kind of reflection do they have? It ain't gonna do no good to find a dead man.
Required equipment, and this is directly from MDOT. Every bicycle operator should have a white front lamp, a red rear reflector, a lamp visible from at least 500 feet. No bicycle should be equipped with siren or whistle.
Sure, how you going to enforce it?
Hey, that's
Person riding, they have to have reflective gear.
That's what I'm trying to say.
you know what, man, on the bike.
I'll make a motion to approve it like it's submitted. Now,
There's a motion out there from Mr. Abraham to approve the bike orders.
And along with this, I will attach all MDOT's. They have graphics and PowerPoints and everything.
Yeah, get the sheriff. He's one gonna have to deal with it.
There's a motion out there.
I'll get you a copy, Sheriff. I'll get you a copy.
Can I get a copy of it? I know that's yours. Give me a copy.
Motion died for lack of.
Can you? Okay.
I died.
Go ahead, Mr. Brown.
No, I was gonna say, can we table this until the next meeting to the sheriff look over this order?
All right.
So he's the one gonna have to enforce it, not us.
All right. Motion died for lack of second. All right. Now make your motion, Mr. Brown.
Yeah, I make a motion we table this order, give the sheriff opportunity to look at this order, whether we can add or subtract, because he's the one gonna have to enforce it.
Got a motion out there to table this. I'll second it. It has been motioned by Supervisor Brown and second by Supervisor Mitchell that we table the bike ordinance. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it, motion carried. All right. We're at 435. Ms. Yvonne Garian, Comptroller.
I'm here to ask for permission to get the last phase one for other church that draw down the last amount for the windows is $52,414. They last payment for phase one.
Yes, ma'am. He did just state that the work was completed. I entertain a motion to pay Upchurch their last payment of $52,414 for phase one.
And I would like the board to know that I personally did a walkthrough with Upchurch on the windows.
And the county administrator has walked through.
I think Sheriff did a walkthrough as well.
Note that Mr. Moore is still out. I'll make that motion that we pay Upchurch the final payment of $52,414.
Second.
It has been motioned by Supervisor Mitchell to make this payment and second by Supervisor Collins. Any questions? All in favor, say aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Thank you, Ms. Geary. All right, 437. Thank you, Mr. Abraham. You had that debris removal.
Okay.
Yeah, I forgot about
We got people out here that are contracting with individuals to go and cut trees, and they putting the trees on our right of way, and they're competing with private people, and we can't keep doing this. We've had this, our ordinance doesn't allow for it. I mean, a lot of this is not debris removal.
I agree with you. I mean, I've ran into some situations where I've had 3 residents contact me too about a tree's been cut down, and they ask me, will the debris company or will the county pick it up, or how much does the county charge to pick it up? But I told them that whenever they contract out to get these trees cut up, the contractor needs to also include a fee to haul away.
Correct.
So they did contact somebody, and they end up having a individual come and remove that stuff. But I do agree with you, because a lot of them are cutting these trees down because they see the debris team going throughout the community, and they just feel that they can get it up because they're getting everything else out.
It's unfair competition between our local contractors and people just coming through.
Okay.
I don't know if we need to make a motion to go back and enforce our regular ordinance, or are we all just on enforcement?
We got an ordinance out there already.
We got an ordinance that says exactly what we're talking about.
And I think we need to, they should already know, but we need to make it known that they can't do that. Because like you said, a lot of them are doing. Yeah, he's here.
Oh, okay. We need to put that in the paper for good. That the county will no longer pick up. They will pick up debris, but they will not pick up
debris that's being cut by private or higher contractors. You can incorporate it. You can incorporate that in your nice article, right?
I'm sorry I missed some part of the conversation, but I've gotten phone calls where tree companies, we made them pay to pick it up. Was that said? And it wasn't.
Those are asked, yeah.
Okay,
yeah.
We're making them, but then we have others out here that just cutting and putting on the side of the road. I don't want to say what people, but yeah.
We're doing the same. Yeah, that's exactly what we were talking about. Yeah.
And I've got a couple calls.
Yeah. Okay. So there's no action on debris removal, just informative. We're now at 440 engineer report. You done? That's it?
I can give y'all an update on your projects. State aid projects going on County Road 512. The box is built, but now we're fixing to start the dirt work. So it's still been a little while. The structure built. The ERBR.
You said
crossing Quitter River.
You said 512. You live one way. It's on the 512.
It's part of 512.
Oh, okay.
And then the ERBR, which is in District 3, it is bridge is built, less the railing. But we got to do the dirt work before we get on the bridge to do the railing. So it's moving forward.
So you're coming on down.
Now we're coming on down. The one on County Road 507, your bridge. The bridge is complete. Now it's time to start the dirt work so we can get on the bridge to do the railing on it also. So when I say complete, I'm talking about all the way up to the deck of it. You still got the guardrails to put on it. So
gotcha.
But at least it's moving forward too. That's all I got.
We'll get some more state aid money.
Sir?
We'll get some more state aid money. I'm going to do for that.
State aid money we have actually got.
We got something to come in?
We can program up to about, I think Harry Lee told us about 700,000 or 800,000.
That sounds good.
That should be able to run the name on that one.
That's up to y'all.
I knew it.
He must have already do that.
I knew it.
It sounded like you did.
You got my 500 program?
Yes, sir.
Okay.
It's in your binder.
We just We wait on state agency and plan.
It's
I got the votes for that one. Right. I got it. You got it.
What we gonna program?
Huh? I'll get with
He's a smart man. He's a smart man.
I got it.
Sounds good. Yeah, I'll give it y'all on.
Let me ask you a question. We ain't had a lot of rain.
We ain't had our
When the rain comes, are we maintaining these pumps?
we still need some work over here on the feed station.
On what?
Whichever you have right over here.
Oh, we got to work business with that. All these other pumps being maintained.
All the other ones, we want all of them maintained.
Yeah, we need everything.
I mean, y'all maintaining, you talking about on 3 big pumps over here? How many of them down?
There's only one down.
They got to take the roof off.
That's what needs to happen. Needs to pull it off. It really
You got a price on
needs
it?
work.
You got a price on it? I got no idea what that price is.
About $500,000 or so.
How much?
About $500,000 or so to get the station where we need to be.
To take the roof off, fix it, and put it back.
And
The gates all
do
working.
some work on the gates. You have to manually do the gates. Nothing really working automatic.
You know, you got 3 pumps over there. You got one down. Usually you end up something happening to another.
Possibly could.
That's a major concern on that, because that covers all your area out there. Huh? Well, do I have a hand? I think the county's going to figure out what's that.
Yeah, we got
I mean, you got to get
We got a quote.
that pump station out there is critical to that whole area. So you might be able to do something with the grant doing this FEMA and NEMA. I don't know. I mean, we just need to try to figure out how to do it. All right. Thank you, Mr.
Thank you.
All right. Thank you, Shane. We appreciate you. All right. 4:45, road manager report.
How y'all doing this evening, board?
Hey, Jill.
Board, I have a young man coming in with Mr.
You don't get that. Get that dog.
He didn't get added to be put on the agenda, but he will. I think we need to kind of get him in part-time. He operates heavy equipment. I turn the app in, and
You on there?
Yeah, he's on that. He's on that. You.
Donald,
okay.
Donald Moore?
I must have the old.
You had an old agenda,
Okay,
yes.
okay. Yeah. Donald Moore. This Mr. Moore, I would like to put him up in the area one simply because they only have 2 employees.
In area 1?
Area 1. And there, and he, I think he'll make a good part-time for us. He come from the factory, and he can run a tow mower and whatnot. And it would give us $3 million.
Man, he only got one. I'm going to make a motion for you. You want to make the motion?
Look, I have to work every day.
You going to make the motion?
Yeah, I'll make a motion.
I'll second it. It has been motioned by Supervisor Abraham and second by Supervisor Mitchell that we employ Mr. Donald Moore as heavy equipment operator for District 1. Any question? All in favor say aye. Aye. All opposed? Ayes have it. Motion carried. Welcome, Mr. Donald.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, sir.
Hey, good. Y'all don't put me on the spot. I don't even know one now. Y'all, we had a problem with one of our piece of equipment today. Our big low boy was moving everything around. We bought it in 2013, but anyway, it done broke. He been moving a lot of heavy equipment around, and it's 60 feet. It's 10 feet wide, and it's very, very critical. We got a bag of one, but it's very narrow, and that big excavator, we can't even haul it on it. So it just happened. We was up on County Road 74, open Beaver down. This time of year, we had to move around a lot. I called down to LePan down at Jackson. They gone out of business now. That's where we previously bought it from. And see, could we get maybe the gooseneck part, because that was the part that broke. And along with the tracking down the side of it, so we need to be, I'm going to give them this down so we'll look at it and have a couple supervisors look at it with me, or one, or whatever we need to do, and show them what condition it in. It'll be a picture of what it look like. It do all, it do 90% of our moving around. We got to do what we got to do to try to keep it going. See what, I'm going to get a well over there and let someone look at it. See, could they fix it back up? But we talking about a lot of weight, and we don't want to put anything out there to break down in the middle of the house.
That's right. That's right.
So that's what we up against.
What do you got?
I don't know. That's why I called LePan for to kind of get some quotes on it. I also called John Deere, and they supposed to be scribbling. They usually manufacture them, know somebody that they get them from. Also, we're going to check with anybody we could and see how soon can we get one and get some prices. Hopefully, I'll have it at the next board.
That'll be great.
Yeah.
Thank you, Jerry.